And Steve, we want to welcome you here this morning. I'm glad that you could come to join us.
Thank you very much. Just have at it, huh?
Yeah, have at it.
Oh, good morning, everyone. I see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, and I've seen some this morning that I haven't seen in quite a few years, and that's been a pleasure. It's an honor to be with you this morning, and a grand morning for this celebration that y'all have here today. You couldn't pick a better day with this beautiful fall sunshine raining down on you this morning. And I'm going to read this verbatim, if you don't care, on this proclamation, and I'll start. Tazewell, Tennessee proclamation. Whereas on October the 5th, 2008, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Tazewell United Methodist Church in our town, which was dedicated to the service of God and humanity in 1908. And whereas we give pause, honor, and praise this day for the deep and abiding Christian commitment of those who in faith began this work, and for all those who have given so unselfishly during these many years to help the work grow and thrive and provide valuable human services, whereas the need was great, and whereas our entire community has benefited from the fine Christian influence this church has exerted through the years and the many facets of its outreach and practical assistance to the needy, and whereas it is a pleasure to extend this expression of our esteem and best wishes to the members of this congregation on the memorable occasion of this anniversary. Now, therefore, I, Steve Vass, Mayor of Tazewell, Tennessee, do hereby proclaim the 5th day of October 2008 as Tazewell United Methodist Church 100th Anniversary Day in Tazewell, and urge my fellow citizens to observe this worthy occasion. And here you go, Reverend Brown.
Thank you.
You want to put this in the photo? You can.
Yes.
Keep this copy.
And Steve, we thank you, and on behalf of the Tazewell Methodist Church and the congregation, and for the families of those who's gone on to be with the Lord, we thank you so much for coming and presenting us that.
Thank you.
And this is a testament to the Lord, not us, to the Lord.
Thank you, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be here this
Thank
morning.
you. Thank you, Steve. And understand we have Mike Williams here, and Mike, we want to invite you to come up now. Hey, Mike, you doing okay?
Yes, sir. Well, before we begin, I thank God for the opportunity to be here with you today, and I also thank God I don't have to explain any of those photographs that we just saw a few moments ago. I don't know who your activities director is, but they have way too much fun. So, but you know, as we give pause to 100 years of you being here, I just want you to think just for a moment, just for a moment, the thoughts and the feelings that have been in this building. The wars that this country has seen, the depression that we've seen, those moments, those thoughts, those emotions have been inside this building. So what we're sharing here today, ladies and gentlemen, is something that very few places can lay claim to. So let me just... Whereas it is appropriate that members of this General Assembly should recognize those religious institutions and their congregations who, through their unflagging capacity for love, dedication, and spirit, faith in God, enrich the lives of the people of their communities. Whereas the good people of the Tazewell United Methodist Church comprise one such congregation, and they are celebrating the church's 100 years of service to the Lord and to its community. Whereas Tazewell United Methodist Church is commemorating 100 years of worship in its current building, which was built in 1908 on land purchased from A.J. Francisco. Whereas the church's building was designed by the congregation's first pastor, Reverend Kinzer, and was overseen by the original trustees, Elbert Esri, Sneed Esri, W.G. Parkey, and E.J. Brown. Whereas the Tazewell United Methodist Church reaches the century mark, we cast our eyes to the history of the Methodists in the Tazewell community, which stretches back more than 200 years, arising from the historic visit of Bishop Asbury in 1802. Whereas Tazewell's first Methodist church was built in 1825, the building housed the community's first ringing church bell and was designed and constructed by Benjamin Hooper. Whereas since 1908, the Tazewell United Methodist Church has stood on rock-solid foundation of Christian belief, service, I'll say it, and love, serving as the bastion of faith and outreach to the people of Claiborne County. Therefore, we do hereby proclaim that we honor and commend Tazewell United Methodist Church on the occasion of its 100th anniversary and offer our sincerest wishes for its continued existence. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And again, on behalf of our congregation, those that are here and the families of those that's going on to be with the Lord, we gratefully accept and we appreciate this honor. I know we've been setting for quite a while now, so let's stand, and in your bulletin you'll find "To God Be the Glory." And we'll sing the first and last verse. Curtis comes up and sings. Do we have any past and current lay speakers? Would you stand? Do we have past or current lay speakers? Please stand. All right. Okay. And how about just past and current members? Would you please stand? All right. And if you're here visiting, I know this is kind of out of the script. If you're here visiting, would you stand? We'd like to recognize you. Anyone that's visiting? Yes. Amen. Well, Curtis, I'm going to. You've got a special music for us, I think?
Yes. I was glad when they said to me, "Let us go to the house of the Lord." I'm one of those people who's into joy. Are you into joy? Now, I just barely enjoyed coming out of stadium down there in Knoxville last night, but we did. So I'm going to make you sing with me now. It's a sing along, and the sooner you sing along and get involved, the sooner I get through. Okay, so this song is entitled "Joy Unspeakable, Joy Abounding, Joy We Have in Jesus." That's all you got to know. So can you say that with me? Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. We're going to bounce along with that, and you need to smile if you can. Smile. Less muscle to do this. Okay, so I want you to try that. I got a couple, 3 verses, and then we're going to end it. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Just like this. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy we have in Jesus. That's all there is to it. All right, are you ready? Now I'm ready for you to be ready. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy we have in Jesus. Do it again. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy we have in Jesus. Here comes a verse. He said, "I've told you this, that my joy will be in you, and that your joy might be complete." Come on, smile. Here we go. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy we have in Jesus. Second verse. He said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness." Here we go. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus, joy we have in Jesus. Last verse. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through me. All right, now act like you really mean it. In fact, I'm going to make you clap. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy we have in Jesus. One more time. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy unspeakable, joy abounding, joy we have in Jesus. Joy we have in Jesus. Joy we have in Jesus. Amen. Give the Lord a hand. Everybody needs a Greek word. You need a Greek word. My Greek word is agaliasis. I'll spell it for you later, but it means joy unspeakable, joy that you just can't contain. When we know Christ, that's the kind of joy that we have in it, and the kind of joy we share with the world. Okay, I've done enough. All right.